and Minneapolis. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. McCarthy going to put it up right away. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Past the 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Here we go, set. Viking 18. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Asking them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now McCarthy. Over the middle, complete to Addison. 5 yards that time with a completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And now an audible here into something else. Third and goal, McCarthy. And he's not able to get away and sacked back at the 22. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal. A loss of 12. So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick is good. He's been automatic to this point of the season, and he can get some of the
I'm sure it is that the kicker you can depend on because he hasn't missed all year. Good work on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
All 52. 180. What's that?
Off the play fake. Allen. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, extended second down.
Second and 10.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On play action, Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. The improv out there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a third and short, 3rd and 1.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Allen off the play fake. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we're walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On play action, now McCarthy. And it's intercepted. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 33-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. Look at this defense for the Vikings. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 6. The name Viking fans know well, it's the brother of Dalvin, James Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Coleman, the man in motion left. Here's Allen. Working the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First and 10.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Buffalo 80. Buffalo 18.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Ready. Cowboy 80. 18. Pioneer.
To the air with McCarthy. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Calling a gain of a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
19 Tiger.
Here's McCarthy. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Barkley inside handoff. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. 2nd and 9.
Come on. Set. Coogan. Cowboy 80. Flare. 70 Timberwolf.
Again, it's Barkley. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have regained the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
Here's Allen to throw it. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
56, 56.
To throw, it's Allen. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's again to Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
The improv back there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
319.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation.
He's got a man, complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the points. These guys will take a 10-point lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's going to affect him a little bit. He's going to be thinking
about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or it could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Allen. He'll air this one toward Coleman. The guy's man complete. And they work this well upfield and cross the 45. You might want to remember that third down play, 37 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Throwing now is Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Allen going to be intercepted for the third time. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Another one for his trophy case. I mean, it's rare enough for a lineman to have one interception. He had one last week and now back-to-back weeks.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it, watching it happen? And how about the joy that you see in him back-to-back weeks, getting interceptions? He's going to be telling the defensive backs, I'm coming your way from now on, guys.
Yeah, take it easy. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He dumps it off to Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
The Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
A gain of 12 yards.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
79 Bronco. Go.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And he's got his man on the out route. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
70 Lion.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Let's go. 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They'll run forward Barkley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Okay, break. Let's go now. Push in. Push in.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. Touchdown! Josh Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Now he fires deep for Shakir. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On play action, Allen. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Jalen Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Now he's loose, got it off sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception roles they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confident as they can play, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6, they'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd down and 8.
Now it's Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
For the Bills, first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Bills.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Khalil Shakir, 43 yards. And the Bills get a bit closer. So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for two. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback. And they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Loose inside the 30. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Vikings. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them are the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, 46 yards. And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Vikings 38. Bills 23. Tyler Bass to kick
after the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
I just want to rock.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Up the middle with Barkley. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Cut 19. Here we go. Here we go. Liking 18.
Now McCarthy. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Vikings send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's taken on the 25. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, Allen. And complete, right side to Cook. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. Allen going to throw. Shakir hauls it in. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of the best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Hey, hold on.
Allen now looks to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Allen off the play fake. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
Cook will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. To the air, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Keon Coleman, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
The Bills are lining up for a two-point conversion.
Middle. Alert. What's that?
Allen will try to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. Bills 29. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, it's such a high-stakes scenario. Everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
A first down carry for Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Cougar 19, Warriors 70.
Here's McCarthy. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They showed up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Tag. Panther 60, Panther 60. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
To the air with McCarthy.
And that is incomplete.
NFL coaches tell us all the time, having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Saquon Barkley, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. They're going to run it with Barkley. And he got in on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done.
And now here's another interception. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 73 yards. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly it's soon to call there, Charles. It's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rate of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for you. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
For Bills, first down. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Bills first down.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now Allen. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Josh Allen.
A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Second down.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Allen. This taken in by Kincaid. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw, it's Allen. His throw caught and at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was that?
They saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on the PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Bring it. Ready?
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Roll.
Second down, here's Barkley again. There he goes again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Saquon Barkley, 40 yards. And the Vikings have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one is all the way goes. It's right on that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's across the 40 for the extra yards to the 43. That'll leave him with a 3rd and
2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles.
And now look at this. Big game, a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
There he goes left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just added on a big lead. Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2nd down and 3.
Now Allen. That is into the hands of Cook. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Come on, come on.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, they...
What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector. Shorten it by 2 letters, without the IR at the end. The reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde.